In recent times, there's been this trend of thieves breaking into people's homes and stealing their electrical cables, especially during the wiring phase of the project. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can prevent that from happening in your property or in your building. One of the things I'll talk about will have to do with the entry point for some of these thieves. And one of them will be this particular point, especially if you have a porch and you are using or going by an open roof style. Another point also will be where you have your external or outside ceiling, and some also go to the extent of damaging your burglar proof. And then one shocking part also is I've seen instances where people even damage security doors. Seeing this places that they gives them access into the building, let's look at some of the things that you can put in place to prevent this from happening. One would be to do a block work to cover such a space here. Another way also is you look at the external ceiling here. If you see that it's possible for someone to go through in there, then it will also be important to put in blocks that will cover all the spaces there. Aside from that, it is also important to choose a very quality or a strong security door. Usually I recommend the Turkish type, which will make it very, very difficult to break into the building. Then aside from that, also looking at your burglar proof, don't just settle on something that is nice, but also settle on something that performs its purpose. One of the things you can implement is to put in a plywood, which is thick, and a very thick plywood. Make sure it is properly secured here or fastened to the wood here. So if it's nails, a lot of nails will be used on it, so that it makes it very difficult to remove. Then you can have your ceiling material come on top of it. So being it plasterboard, being it POP, TNG, whatever it is. Then another thing you can also look at will be, you can look at the option of where you put covers. So there are box covers for each conduit size on top of them. And then another thing also is that if possible, also do not let the electrician drop the cables for the respective lights or fans, ceiling fans, among others. Till you get to the point where you are ready to fix those fixtures, then he or she can go back into the ceiling, create those points, and then drop the cables. Then another way also is position the electrical room somewhere not being so much exposed to outside. What you can do is you get a cover that rather will have like a padlock or something that you are able to lock the distribution board so you can't get access to it. In a nutshell, these are some of the things that you can take into consideration to deter thieves from breaking into your property and doing away with your electrical cables, which